Welcome to Milesplit headquarters. Ty Grizzly, joined by Christian, aka Goggles from tracksmackrunning. And we're going to break down Class 4A, and we're going to start with the boys. And in this one, Christian, when we start with the boys, the name at the top of the list is Andres Arroyo, the senior out of Colonial.
I mean, definitely, Andres setting that national leading time, 147 in the 800, 851 in the 2 mile, and 404. I was there for that race at Winter Park, and he's definitely going to try to triple estates. There's a lot of people that are going to try to fight for those spots, especially in the 3200. We got Brandon Marquez from Timber Creek High School. And what do you think about that, Todd?
Yeah, Brandon Marquez, one of the top freshmen in the country. He's been around the middle school scene for quite a while. I think this is Andres Arroyo's to win. I mean, I don't think anybody in the country is as versatile as he is, and I think he's going to dominate each of these races. The key for him is going to be staying calm and cool. And Andres has been doing a couple of things the past couple of weeks. He's been getting pedicures. It might have been a one-time thing, but his feet are nice and smooth. He's been pushing tires and cars. He's been running curls. And he's even been training in the lightning and the rain. So any element, any condition, you throw that at Andres Arroyo, he's going to be ready to tackle the challenge on Saturday night, and he's going to pick up 3 more golds.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to definitely try to win all 3 races. And, it's his senior year. He wants to go out great and especially move on to the Adidas Dream Mile and have all those wins on his side. So,
yeah, kind of going off of that, if anybody were to give Andres a challenge, 800, it'd be Javon Patterson of Boyd Anderson and Andrew LeBlanc of Bloomingdale. They've gone 154 this year. As you mentioned, Arroyo 147. In the first event of the day, Ken Pinheiro of DeLand will be his strongest competition. Him and Delgado have only 2 guys under 420. So, big lead for Arroyo. And then we're going to switch over to the sprints. In the 100, Xavier Atkins would be the top seed in this event, but his postseason cut short by injury. 7 guys under 10.6, and one of the guys to watch for is Brandon Carnes out of Manatee.
Yeah, Brandon Carnes, going into this strong, coming in with a 10.4 in the 100. And
Carnes is a guy, Danny Duncan, one of our writers, wrote a story on Carnes. Comes from a football family. His brother just transferred out of Nebraska, ironically enough. But he's a guy that feels kind of underappreciated, not getting enough love, and I think that is going to motivate him in the 100 and the 200. And another couple of guys we want to watch out for, Amir Rasul, the freshman out of Christopher Columbus, not getting much love down there in South Florida. He's going to be out there and competing with the likes of Khalil Henderson of South Broward Prep, and along with Reggie Glover out of Dr. Phillips, a guy who had a great meet a couple of weeks ago at the Brian Jager, winning the 100, 200, and 400, and he's a guy you're quite familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, Reggie Glover, very familiar with that man. He's running against Breland Slay, this Saturday in the 400, and it's going to be a great rivalry between both of them. I mean, Reggie Glover's setting one of the fastest times in the nation right now with a 46.4, and Breland Slay coming in close behind him with a 47.4. So it's definitely going to be a battle. They grew up together. They're best friends, and it's definitely a meet you guys want to watch out for.
Yeah, and going off of that, Slay is a guy, you go to Winter Park, he's a guy you see in practice every day. What's his training been like lately? And talk about the work ethic of Breland Slay.
I mean, Breland works out hard every day. He does everything my coach tells him, takes short breaks, tries to minimize the water because he wants to, re-simulate those race conditions and train himself as hard as he can, Like I said, very minimal breaks, the heat. We always like to train in the hot times of the day, late in the afternoon. And hopefully, Breland's training hard enough, he'll be able to take Reggie out there and make it a great race.
Now, in the hurdles, Goggles, a guy you like is Christopher Grinley out of Park Vista. Last year, he was 3rd in the 300s, 4th in the 110s. Who is going to be his biggest competition come Saturday afternoon?
Christopher Grinley, he's ranked, 1st in the 110, like you said, 300 hurdles. I think William Taylor Hans from Alonzo High School is probably going to be his biggest competition. He's coming in the 110 with a 13.98, and basically also is going to be with him all the way through the 300. So it's going to be a tight race. Make sure you guys watch that.
Gordon out of Board Anderson, his sister Deshawn, a star hurdler, Kadeem Williams out of Flagler Palm Coast. Those will be 2 guys to watch. And then kind of the last couple events of the night, they're actually the first events, but the last events we're going to talk about are the field events. And in the pole vault, Cayman Ellis has really been a guy to beat all season. He's gone 15-7. But a guy I like is Clayton Washburn out of Olympia. He's really been heating up this senior. He likes North Florida as one of his top schools. The meet is at North Florida. He just cleared 15-1. Watch for Washburn to have a big day. He told me earlier, about a couple hours before we filmed this show, he wants to break 16. And he didn't even mention Ellis. So little competitive nature right there. And in the throws, two guys I like out of Central Florida, right down the road actually, from Jason's neck of the woods, Apopka, Jamal Whitaker, and Nathan Milch out of Lake Brantley. Look for them to peak around 170. They've been battling all season long, and they'll go at it at the 4A state meet. And then in the shot put, we talked about one manatee guy already, Derek Calloway, the defending state champ. He's looking for another title. And switching to the horizontal jumps, Alex Gomez in the long jump, gone over 24 feet. And two close competitors to him are going to be East Lake's George Campbell out of the class of 2015 and Artavis Scott out of the class of 2014. Both two of the top prospects in football, and we'll see how they do in the field events. Switching to the relay events, Goggles, who are some guys you like, some teams you think will step up?
I mean, for the 4x4, you got Piper High School. You know, not a lot of attention to them, but they're definitely coming in strong, ranked first right now with the 317. And, of course, Dr. Phillips, you know, they're very strong. Reggie Glover as the anchor. They're coming in with a 317, 4.8, and it's going to be a battle to the end right there. They got equal times. Hopefully, you know, Reggie on that last leg can come out and pull it out on top.
We forgot to mention the high jump. Two guys I like, Christian Williams out of American. He was fourth last year. And also Farron Brownlow out of Sanford Seminole. Not a name a ton of people are talking about, but he could take the title as well. Nonetheless, Goggles, what event are you looking forward to the most on Saturday night?
I mean, most forward, you know, I prefer the 400. You know, I got my main guy, Breland Slade, versus Reggie Glover, and that's just going to be a battle to the death there. I mean, as soon as they go out the blocks, they're going to be going out hard, and it all depends on how, you know, Breland wants to play tactically in the race, because Reggie's going to go out strong on that first 200, and Breland's just going to hold on and bring it in on the last 100. So that's really going to be, you know, I'm going to be at the end of my seat screaming and yelling. So I wish the best of luck to both those guys. I know Reggie very well, and also Breland.
I know you're a little biased, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have one over the other coming up?
I mean, I'd have to go with Breland. You know, he's one of my close buds, but I know Reggie just as well. So,
fantastic. Nonetheless, guaranteed some fast times. I'm kind of looking forward to the 100. It doesn't have the big names that other classes have had. It doesn't have quite the star power that we'll see in 3A the night before, and Trayvon Bromell and Kendall Williams and guys like that. But 7 guys under 10.6, guaranteed to be a fast one, and might be, you know, some first state titles for some of those guys. I think it's going to be a great weekend. It's going to cap off with 4A. We're going to see tons of great performances, and it should be exciting. Christian, a.k.a. Goggles of Tracksmack Running, I'm Todd Graisley. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at States.